Parents, we will do anything and everything for the health of our kids. We structure our homes, meals, and schedules to keep them from getting sick, anxious, and overwhelmed. We do our absolute best, but no matter how hard we try to prevent it, big life events, milestones, or changes really can keep our kids from conquering life with ease. This is especially true as we head into the back to school season. Things like midweek illness, when it seems like everyone in the class is coming down with something, lack of sleep on a Sunday night before a busy work week, struggling with tummy aches on school mornings, or nervousness right before a class field trip. Yet the timing of when it happens is just part of our worries, right? As parents, we just want to know the best route to take, what's going to be the most beneficial for our kids. Should or shouldn't I use a medication for this? Why can't they fall asleep easier or earlier? I know they're tired. Their diet could be better. Is that the problem? So many things to worry about and to wonder about. But parents, if you've had this internal struggle, you most definitely are not alone on this one. We all seem to be looking for answers that are drug and medication free and that actually work, right? Interacting with thousands of these families going on 10 plus years now, we have found a simple answer to both of those questions: how to go medication free and get results that actually help. So, what's the answer? Here it is. Focus on the correct health pillars and the sequence of what the body needs, and it will learn and grow into a fine-tuned, resilient, well-regulated, healthy kid. I guarantee you've heard of at least 3 of the 4 health pillars, so while they may be simple, they certainly are not always easy to execute on the daily, and that's okay. As parents, though, we're up to the challenge, especially if it's going to make a difference in the lives of our kids. So here it goes. Let's talk about the 4 health pillars. Truthfully, so much goes into our overall health, but if we don't start up top with these pillars, then we're skipping a step, and we need to go back before we can go forward with supplements, with vitamins, with other natural remedies. A healthy nervous system, sleep, movement, and nutrition, they have to come first, okay? There's an infographic in the comments section below that's going to serve as a perfect visual as we go over this topic. So please print it out, hang it on your fridge, so as soon as you run into your first cold or first illness during the school year, you're already equipped, you're confident, and you're ready to take action. You know exactly what to do. Okay, so pillar number 1, sleep well. We all know what it's like to not get enough sleep. You feel moody, you're easily agitated, you're unfocused. Plus, little sleep takes a really big toll on your physical health over time. Our bodies do some of their best work while we're sleeping, and that's true not just for kiddos, but for us as fully grown adults too. And consistent poor sleep in kids especially can contribute to digestive issues, immune system problems, focus and behavior challenges, anxiety, depression, any other health concerns, right? Sleep is an all-important catalyst for everything else that you do to keep momentum going in your health. And if your kiddo struggles either going to sleep or staying asleep, we'll talk more about that with pillar number 4, but not quite yet. Pillar number 2, exercise and play. If we all think back to our childhood, it was rare to not be playing outside until nighttime, right? We were moving constantly during the daylight hours. The truth is, we didn't have anything else to do. The iPhones, live streaming, Nintendo Switch, those weren't a thing yet, right? We had to build forts, play the neighborhood sports, ride our bikes, climb trees, run around town. I promise this is not trying to make anybody feel older than you already are, but only to emphasize that it has been a big change over the last 20 years of how childhood is now set up to have everybody moving less. And exercise and movement aren't just good for our kids' bodies, it's good for the brain and the nervous system too. And the research is showing that the more kids move, the better they're able to activate those brain pathways that are key to learning, to focus, to social development, and immune response. Plus, movement and exercise are huge catalysts for mood, for sleep, and for eating healthier foods altogether. Which leads me to pillar number 3. Eat clean, healthy foods. This is a big one and no doubt a focus of your family at some point, right? We like to divide this into 4 simple steps. 1, eat nutrient-dense foods. 2, drink plenty of water. 3, minimize the intake of processed sugars and processed foods. And 4, avoid unhealthy trans fats. Don't get discouraged if you're not perfect. We're thinking 80-20 balance here, right? Consistency over the long term is way more important than the neighbor kid's birthday party where natural foods went out the window for a meal. So please do your best with balance and consistency, but you will notice a big, big difference in the short and long term for your child. Last pillar, but certainly not in order of importance, pillar number 4, have a healthy, adaptable nervous system with neurologically focused chiropractic care. Since the autonomic nervous system is controlling and modulating every single cell, tissue, and organ in the body, especially the immune and emotional systems, the benefits of chiropractic care are incredibly far-reaching. You can best understand the multiple benefits of chiropractic by looking at it through a lens of a condition known as dysautonomia. And dysautonomia is where the brain and the body are struggling to communicate with each other. And when that communication and that signaling is off, behavior, immune, emotions, digestion, and more can all be symptomatic. So if we can get the brain and the body communicating again, it can be more adaptable on its own. You're building up that resiliency. And this is perhaps the most confusing part of chiropractic, honestly. How can it be that simple, right? Most parents are so used to the current medical system where there is a different specialist and a different kind of doctor for every system of the body. You have your ENT, your GI, your neurologist, all of those, right? And none of them seem to communicate or coordinate very well together or at all. In contrast, that is where chiropractic care comes in. We focus on the nervous system. The central and the autonomic nervous systems in particular are the air traffic controller of the entire body, making a healthy nervous system the key signaling catalyst for the immune system and all else that's going on. So, why are these the 4 pillars, and why focus here first? Well, besides the details that we just talked about, they are clearly the foundation for everything that follows on the infographic listed below. You can add in all the supplements, the smoothies, and the oils you want, but if sleep is off, the body isn't moving, or the nervous system is stuck in that fight or flight mode, the body can't use all of that good you are adding in to its full potential. You're, in a sense, putting expensive finishes on a house that has a crack in the foundation. I know these pillars are preaching to the choir for the most part, but it's always a good reminder that the simplest things are right in front of us, and often they make the most impact. They are what allow us to move into that extra credit further down into that chart and get the most impact out of it. If you've watched this video all the way to the end, thank you. We would love, love, love if you would share your biggest struggle with getting your child on track with any of those health pillars that we just talked about, or if you have any great hacks or advice related to those pillars that you can share with everybody else to help us get through this all together. So please help us all out. Comment those below. Second, maybe you've got pillars 1 through 3 down, the sleep, the exercise, the clean diet, but you haven't tried neurologically focused chiropractic care yet. We have got you covered on that one. It's a big one, right? And it can truly make all the difference in your kiddo's health trajectory. So please give us a call if you're interested. Send us a DM. We'll get you headed on the right path.